Now we're going to talk really quickly about updating your podcast, and this is whether or not it's linked into iTunes, really, because you need to be able to do this, even if you're just using the document manager. So don't forget to log into School Center, and then find your blog site. Make sure, I'm sorry, not your blog site, your podcast. Okay. Now, to add a document to the podcast, it's really as easy as new document. And then you just select whatever mode you want, you browse. It's just like adding it the first time. It'll take a second to scan it and all that, and if it's a video file, this will take a while. I have noticed on occasion that when you keep School Center open, or sometimes it doesn't work after about 30 minutes or so, especially if you're not using it. So you may have to close your browser and open it again. It's just one of the many glitches. But the nice thing about School Center is, though, if there is a glitch, it seems like they are very interested in fixing a lot of them, and it's a pretty quick turnaround. I can personally testify that some of the problems we had early on with the percussion podcast were in fact fixed pretty quickly. All right, so now that I've added an episode, now let's just pretend this is an MP3. Because remember that iTunes will not accept Windows Media Audio. They may accept a video, but they probably will. I know they won't accept a Windows Media Audio file, but I'm just showing you for an example here. So now, when you look at the RSS feed, there will be 2 episodes there. The next time that iTunes scans the world, the internet scans all of its podcasting addresses, like this one, the next time it scans for changes, it will pick up this change, and then that change will show up in iTunes. If not, there is that email that you get from them. Let me get that out here. This email right here that you will receive, assuming you get approved from them, will have this little URL, and when you plug this into your browser, it will open iTunes. And it's basically a way of saying, hey, iTunes, go check my RSS right now. And if you do that, there's a good chance it'll actually pick up some of the changes that are in your new podcast. So that's a very, very straightforward. I mean, once you get it all set up, everything is pretty automatic. If you have any trouble with the updating, and like I said, I have had some trouble updating. Basically, when I hit the RSS feed, nothing would show up here, or I'd see a change in the RSS feed, but not in iTunes. Number one, remember that iTunes doesn't take a sample every 5 seconds, more like every day or maybe every 2 days. So the actual iTunes store, it may not reflect the changes immediately unless you do that ping function that I showed you in the email. There's a good chance if you do that will update your feed in iTunes. Okay, and again, if you have more questions or problems with that, get in touch with me, and I will do what I can to help you figure it out. That's kind of more of a case-by-case basis. If everything works, this should be really painless.